Hi everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, the numbers are in for the Nova Scotia Association of Realtors. So here's what I want to do. I want to talk about how were the numbers in February of this year opposed to last year. I want to talk about which way did prices go over the last year. Did they go up? Did they go down? And then I'm going to compare January of this year to February of this year and show you the way your market is trending. Now, when I provide this information, I'm providing it to you to help you understand your market a little bit better, but more importantly, I'm providing it to you so you can maybe take some of this information and you can put similar graphs like this together that you can use with buyers and sellers. So let's go ahead and get started. So anyway, we look at it, we say February of 2018 to February of 2017. Sales were up. You can see we had 601 sales this year, 574 last year. Obviously, that is an increase of 4.7%. Very nice number. But I like this number too. Your active listings are down. So about 6,500 at the end of February of 18, and you had just over 7,000 at the end of February of last year. So your sales are down by 9%, or I should say your active listings are down by 9%. Well, what does it all mean? It means you have less inventory, you have less supply and more sales. So what does that cause? A stronger market or weaker market? It causes a much stronger market. Because look at your months of inventory. Last year you had 12.4 months of inventory. Now what does that mean? That means we had 574 sales. You divide that into this number right here, your listings, and it gives you 12 months of inventory, which means you could have went 12 months without listing another house. And if we continue to do 574 sales, it would take us 12 months to run out of inventory. But look what happened this year. We went down to 10.7, much better number than 12. What happened to prices? Last year, 214,000 was the average price. Okay, this year it's 241, up by 12%. What a beautiful number that is. So let's look at this. If we look at January, February of 2018, we had 533 sales up to 601. That's normal. February is usually a little better than January, right? And of course, our inventory should be up as well because we had 6,200 active listings the end of January. We had 6,400 as people start to list their home in the market. But here's the big thing. We had 11 months of inventory, 11.6. We went down to 10.7. So even though we took on more listings because our sales were up substantially more percentage-wise than this number here, that means that what happened was our inventory went down. So when it comes to Nova Scotia, here's what I think is going to happen for the next few months. And this is the type of stuff you can talk to buyers, you can talk to sellers about, is you're probably going to see your market continue to strengthen a little bit over the next little while. I don't think it's going to go crazy, but I think you're in for a pretty decent year. So get excited about that. But here's what I'm going to suggest. If you start creating graphs like this, and let's say you can show buyers and sellers numbers like this and numbers like this, then what you're doing as a salesperson is you're educating the prospect to help them make the best decision they could make. And I call it tripping over the truth. The greatest presentation that you can make to a prospect is provide them with all of the information that they need so they can make an informed or an educated decision. And then it's hard for them to make the wrong decision because they tripped over the truth. It's sitting right there in front of them, right? So it's hard to argue the point then. So I'm hoping that you're going to consider putting some of this together, using this in your presentations, and I think it will help you a lot, definitely help sellers and buyers make better decisions. So anyway, remember everybody, it's a beautiful life. So get out there, make it count.